So, all the boys love Mandy Lane. What's going on, guys? Sorry I didn't get anything up yesterday. I watched two of these yesterday, and then I ended up going with a buddy to see Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 and Leatherface Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 in a movie theater in Huntington. I was playing both of them back to back, and it was a great treat to see both of those movies up on the big screen, especially Texas Chainsaw 2, because it is my favorite in the series. And since I've done the remake already this month, that's the franchise I will definitely be getting to soon. So 2006's All the Boys Love Mandy Lane, directed by Jonathan Levine, and we have Amber Heard here, which I haven't seen this movie in a long time. And somebody mentioned this to me like 2 months ago or so, and said, yeah, that was a good slasher movie. And I said, yeah, I haven't seen that probably maybe since after it came out. Like a year or two after it came out. Maybe I've seen it once since then. But I didn't really remember much of this at all. But damn, Amber Heard, I forget how fucking sexy she was when she was young, man. Like, despite all this shit with her and Johnny Depp that happened and everything, she was fucking gorgeous back when this movie came out. And the title suits the film well. So yeah, I love Mandy Lane. And right from the beginning, that kid's a fucking murderer. Like, Emmett, like, even without knowing what happens at the end, he's a murderer just for what he does at the pool at the beginning. Like, this kid knows. This kid hates this kid, first of all. This jockey guy that gets on the roof with him. He's trying to fuck Emmett's best friend, Mandy Lane, and he can't stand this kid. And then he tries being nice to him on the roof, and then he dares him pretty much to both at the same time jump off the roof together into the pool. And he knows this guy is so drunk that there's no way that he's making it into that pool. And right when they count to three, he doesn't even jump at it. He just makes the other guy jump. He jumps and smashes his head on the concrete, and he fucking kills him, man. Like, I mean, he gets a lot of shit after that in school and stuff, and like I said, until you know the ending of the movie here, kind of sucks for this kid. I mean, it wasn't his fault, but then once you know, like, who this kid really is and how he is, it's like, yeah, this motherfucker is a murderer, like, right from the very beginning of this movie. This fucking guy deserves all the shit he gets in school. And is there ever a cheerleader cheer that doesn't contain, like, we're number one, we're the best? Like, every single cheer in a cheerleader squad always has those lines, that they're the best. So there's like hundreds of thousands of the best cheerleaders out there at every school imaginable. You never hear like, oh, like, we're mediocre, like, let's fight anyway. Like, you never hear anything like that. It's always they're the best, even if there's no proof to document it. And Emmett is hated now at school, like I said, for basically fucking murdering that kid. And this movie is like a fucking marijuana advertisement. Like, they smoke so much pot in this movie. It's like when you're a cigarette smoker and like you just quit or you're trying to quit and you just see a movie where everyone's smoking and you just want to just reach through the screen. Like, it's the same thing here. It's like, these people are smoking pot through the whole movie that it's just like, can you, like, it's like, now I really like want to smoke. And I don't know, it's just a huge advertisement for marijuana. And then this girl just sits down on a public toilet. The blonde bushy girl that they make fun of for having a big bush. She just sits down on this gross ass fucking public toilet seat. Like, there's protocol when it comes to having to use a fucking public toilet seat like that. Like, you fucking clean it first. Fucking, and then they usually have the little fucking seat things you can put down. You put 4 or 5 of those fucking things down because you don't want to get anything from these fucking public toilet seats. This girl just pulls her pants down and just plops on the seat. So she now has herpes or something like that, because that is not a smart move to do, like, ever, like, in that situation. And then who uses maps anymore in 2006? They're using like that old ass map. They don't have GPS in 2006. I find that very hard to believe. And then when what the fuck's his name? Bird, a black guy, right? Bird. When I like when he's walking with Mandy, like, the rest of them took the car to the ranch house, and the two of them are just walking together, and he's like trying to say, like, you know why you were invited here, like, everybody wants to get with you. And he starts saying, like, I'm not like all the other guys, and they're my friends and I love them, but I'm different, and blah blah blah. And just he progresses like real fast after that though, so you know he's full of shit. And he's just like, I hold your hand, and she's like kind of okay with it, and holds his hand, and then immediately after is like, can I get a kiss? And then, like, if she would have kissed him like 2 seconds after, would have been like, you want to fuck in those bushes over there? Like, come on. Like, this guy goes so fast after trying to say he respects women and that he's so fucking different than the rest of them. She could see through that bullshit. That's why we're all gonna fucking die by the end of this movie. And then this movie is just like an Amber Heard advertisement, too. It's like a marijuana-laced, or an Amber Heard-laced marijuana joint being shoved in your face the whole movie. Like, God, she's so distracting in this. Then Garth, we meet the caretaker for the ranch. He ends up coming over when they're all, not skinny dipping, but just like swimming around in the lake. And he says to them, after firing his rifle, like in their direction into the water, says you gotta like throw some rocks in before you go swimming to scare the snakes away. It would have been good to like follow your own advice, just toss some rocks in there. You had to fire your fucking rifle, like like in their direction while they're swimming. I don't know, that's fucking weird, man. And then Truth or Dare, I think it's even weirder. Like, Truth or Dare, sure, we all love to push the limits when we play that game with friends of ours. But, like, when the third question or so, like, the earliest question is go out to the barn and suck off a horse. I mean, come on, man. That game's never getting finished. Like, you don't come back from a dare like that, an attempted dare to dare somebody to do. Who's gonna fucking do that? Nobody. And sure, think about how good the horse would feel. But this isn't about him. This is a movie about these kids. And nobody would make a fucking dare like that, like to somebody. And to think that they're gonna actually even consider doing that dare. Like, that's how you kill Truth or Dare. Fucking, you gotta keep that shit grounded. No one's sucking off a horse. To the weird guy who asked that, who I don't even remember who it was. And I like that shot of Mandy on the porch, like when she goes out to get Garth. Like when she's just standing like right on the porch and you get the shot of the whole ranch and everything. That's a really cool shot. And like, have all of these friends fucked at some point? Like all of them have fucked each other? Because they make the comment about Jake's dick, asking who's the smallest dick in the room. And then like all the girls except Mandy obviously like puts their hands over their eyes and points to Jake. So they've all fucked him and seen his dick, I guess. And the other guys to know that he has the smallest dick. So all these people have fucked each other in the past, I'm assuming, right? Because that's all I can take from that. And Jake's just a fucking dick. Like, he fucking goes outside to meet, I don't even remember this girl's name, the first one who gets killed. And she gives him head and then wants something in return. And he's just like, yeah, go have somebody else do that. Like, are you serious, man? Like, you're a fucking asshole. Then, whatever her name, Jake Sucker, gets the rifle in the mouth, and that's a cool kill. Like, even, like, you don't see in many slasher films, like, killers that with guns, which I thought to myself when I first saw Terrifier, when he whips that out. I was like, oh, shit, you don't see this too often in slasher movies anymore. And instead of shooting her, just fucking sticks the fucking back of the rifle down her fucking mouth and starts prying around and fucking her mouth up, and then takes the top of it and jams it down into her mouth. Awesome, awesome kill. I really enjoy that. Unique, if anything. And then smooth with the fuse, Jake, for fucking taking the fuse out and having Bird go out and try to jumpstart the generator when he doesn't need to. A smooth move. But there's no way that they're getting all those whippets off that whipped cream can. They have one can of whipped cream. You see how many times they pass that around and they're all getting whippets off of it? Yeah, go get a whipped cream bottle right now. See how many seconds you can get the nitrous oxide to come out of that whipped cream bottle. 15, 20 seconds. Maybe, the most. Yeah, you're not passing it around like that and having a grand old time. That's just fucking stupid. Then Jake gets shot in the head when he discovers Jake Sucker's body. And since I haven't seen this in so long, when he came out of the water, I was like, who the fuck is this now? We just came out, and then, oh, that's Emmett. That's right. That's the fucking friend. So, Mandy Lane's old best friend is here. And anytime someone says that they see a fucking bloody person outside, like through a window, this is why you listen. Like, we've seen this so many times. Like, first thing comes from the burning. When, what's his name? from you know what I'm talking about, from the fucking Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I can't think of the character's name right now. Rattler? Is that something with the Ratner? Yeah, Ratner. When Ratner looks out the window and sees Cropsy's face. And I saw somebody and everyone's forgetting to see anything. No, this is when you believe people. Like, even if they, especially if they have no track record of like vivid hallucinations or like severe mental illness or anything like that. I'd believe them in that situation. I've seen enough of these movies to believe somebody when they say that they saw some crazy shit. Then we have one of the guys playing real guitar again, which I said in one of the last videos. Good shit for having that. You don't see that often. Actually playing. And then Bird handles that situation fucking pretty good, man. When he goes out looking for the rest of them and meets Emmett, and Emmett puts the fucking gun right in his face, and he just handles that shit. He fucking just pushes the gun away and takes him out of the car, starts punching Emmett in the face left and right. Awesome. He handles that very well until his face gets slashed across the eyes and he can't see shit and he gets stabbed to death and he's dead. But he handled it pretty damn well, like, to start that off. And there's some nice scenic shots, like of the field and everything, like the mountains behind, the sun setting. It kind of reminds me like you're going into like the Serengeti, like fucking you're on like a tour in Africa of all the wildlife. But there are some nice scenic shots there for sure. And then Garth gets shot in the shoulder. His name's Garth, I'm hoping, right? Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure it is. And then the bodies are strung up on the barbed wire when Bushy Girl and Red are trying to get to the car. That looks pretty cool. Like with the bodies just like strung up there. Pretty cool stuff. And then Red gets shot because they stupidly fucking embrace and hug and kiss right in front of the car, wide out in the open, when they know that this killer's out there and that he's shot people before. I don't know. This is why you get in the fucking car first and get like miles away. Then you can fuck your fucking brains out, like for hours and hours. I can make a vacation out of it for a week. All you want. Get away first. This is why you got shot and killed, because you're fucking stupid. And then Emmett plays Grand Theft Auto, trying to run down blonde with the big bush. I don't know why I can't remember her fucking name. But maybe that's just because that's her identifying trait. We even see her trimming her pubic hair in one scene. So don't get mad at me that her name is fucking blonde with big bush. And she tries getting run down. Emmett tries running her down. And then Mandy comes out and kills Bushy. And that's where we get our little reveal here, that Mandy and Emmett had this whole plan from the beginning, and that they're in cahoots, and that they have a plan to kill themselves, and that they're going to be dead together forever, and all that romantic stupid shit that Emmett believes in. And Mandy ends up just saying, fuck that. Like, I'm not taking these pills. And just drops the pills. And then they go into a whole fight. And then Garth tries to help, but he gets stabbed or something. He gets stabbed or shot. I don't remember. Something happens to Garth. And then Mandy just beats Emmett to death after falling in that, like, I like that whole little scene with them, like, falling in the pit with, like, the cow carcasses and everything. That's pretty cool. Then Mandy beats Emmett to death with this big-ass stick. And Garth is saved by Mandy, who thinks that she is just a victim in this, and that's the end. And I really like how they don't really even try to explain Mandy's motives, like why she had Emmett do all this and kill all these kids off. You can guess. I mean, she's just fucked up in the head, first of all, like just fucking lunatic. Second, then they're all trying to fuck her, they're all trying to use her and everything, and she's just fucking, again, a psychotic person, just wants these people done with. Or she just fucking, who knows, she just loves fucking killing. She's a fucking murderous Mandy Lane, and I still love her, and I'm still craving marijuana and Amber Heard after watching this movie. But that's all the Boys Love Mandy Lane. I'm going to have a few more videos up soon. And yeah, hope everybody's doing well, and I will see you in the next.